The college football experience, Nevada Wolfpack 2022 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, presented by WynnBET. Bet $50 at WynnBET and get $200 in free bets. Bet big, win bigger with WynnBET. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET to claim your free bets today. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET, WYNNBET. To claim your free bets today. We're also brought to you by IP Vanish. Yes, IP Vanish is the official VPN of SGPN, and they're offering 70% off if you go to ipvanish.com/SGP. That's ipvanish.com/SGP. We're also brought to you by SGPN Discord. Yes, make sure you check out our new Discord server, the perfect place to interact and sweat out bets with the entire SGPN crew.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience and Nevada Wolfpack style 2022 preview. My name is Colby Swigget Database Danig, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
Nobody knows nothing. Somebody knows. Double the price. But no one touches Dundee.
You know I love Nevada Wolfpack football. The Werewolves of Nevada are in Reno. All right, and I'm excited to talk them. That was my I don't know. They're probably already
Werewolves of London,
yes,
Wild Wolves of fucking Nevada.
Yes,
You just made me break my sunglasses laughing at that
break
shit.
your sunglasses because it's always great talking Wolfpack football. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former JMU Duke defensive back, the burrito eating, sideline kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing, Patty C in the place to be.
Hi, well, look at this, Cole.
Broken.
There they go.
Broken. Yes, we are here talking Nevada Wolfpack football. Patty C's broke. It's like
Don't make me laugh like
it's
that.
like when Glanville, our pal Jerry Glanville, shout out to Jerry Glanville, coaching in his 80s in the MLFB. Shout out to him.
Boom.
A life just dominated by
Super
football.
well lived.
Yes. Patty C.
What do you got for me?
Well, I don't get.
I love talking Wolfpack football, and you better believe this is the Nevada Wolfpack. Oh man, as a kid growing up, catching their games on late with Chris Ault, legendary coach Chris Ault, creator of the pistol offense. I mean, Alex Van Dyke, Mike Maxwell. Yes, I was just a kid on the East Coast, but I would tune in to watch this high-powered offense, and it was fantastic. This is part of college football that I love.
I'm trying to find some, obviously Colin Kaepernick.
Charles Mann, how about that?
Was Charles Mann
Yes.
Tony Zendejas?
Classic Washington Redskin Charles Mann. Look.
Alfonso Williams.
I've been a fan of this program for a long time.
Alex Van Dyke.
And they are what's great about college football. Look, in a time where we're seeing these power conferences and it seems like, the TV execs are running college football. You know what I say? Fuck them. All right.
Amen.
Because I like the whole college football, the way we grew up with it, 130 teams.
Reno,
I like the
Nevada.
FCS. I like D2, D3.
You know what's great about it is Reno, Nevada is a hair above high school football. You know, it is all the local high school like teams that have been competing against each other, putting together an all-star team and playing for Reno, for their local area. They're not going all over the country to play.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a local deal.
Their fans get out for this. Remember that classic Boise game where Boise was like undefeated. They upset Boise. It was cold as shit. It was just the way football is supposed to be.
Fun. What
Whole
year was
town
that?
was packed. Doesn't matter the weather. I love it. I love what they offer to college football. And I will continue to support Nevada Wolfpack football and Mountain West football or Big Sky football until this heart of mine croaks, Patty C. All right,
there you go.
I know that might sound like a Gary Patterson song, but
you couldn't handle my 3-2-5 blitz.
So the Wolfpack have had a proud program though, man. They really have. You go back and look at the years. Obviously, I know Chris Ault was outspoken of this. Felt like kind of got backstabbed by Jane Orville, saying it's a lateral move going from one Mountain West school to the other. But
some would say, Jane
Orville 8-4 season bounces to Fort Collins.
The folks in Reno would say that's a downward move.
Yes, and that's what I think Chris Ault was saying. You look at this program though, Patty C. And like I said, they came back. They were active in the 1940s. They left, came back in '92 in the Big West. I'm talking FBS here, and Chris Ault 7-5. Right. Then Jeff Horton 7-4. Then 9-2 with Chris Ault. 9-3 with Chris Ault. Then Jeff Tisdale 9-3. This is a rich. Then look, you go into the 2000s. Ault 9-3, 8-4, 6-7, 7-6, 8-5, 13-1.
Oh, that was
in 2010. All right, 7-6, 7-6, 8-5. This is one of those things though. With the large playoff, they would have had some berths in if you had an automatic bid. I love the Nevada Wolfpack.
That was the 2013 year. Was
no 2010.
2010 rather.
Yeah.
They lost one game at Hawaii by 6 points. Other than that, went on to beat Boston College to finish 13-1
and no chance to play. That's just nuts.
Beat number 3 Boise State in week 11 or 12 of the football season. Still not sniffing the playoff.
And that's the problem. But hey, we love what they do here. And look, hopefully you're watching on YouTube. Shout out to the graphics team with the sweet graphic behind us. Subscribe to the College Football Experience on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast. Also subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Man, Nevada Wolfpack have had some great seasons. That Sweet 16 run with Eric Musselman, Steve Alford in a pivotal year. We talk college basketball year round. I know Grant Sherfield transferred out to Oklahoma, but they did bring Jared Lucas in from Oregon State. We'll see if he can make it fly in Reno this year.
Colby D is dialed in.
Yeah, there's no notes on that. That's just memory. That's just memory right
off
there.
The tippy top.
But let's get into it, Patty C, because new coach is Ken Wilson. Ken Wilson.
0 head coaching experience up to this point,
but 23 years experience with the Wolfpack, and that's what I like. Chris Ault, I know they went to him to and I feel like he was probably saying, "Hey, let's go with one of our guys." All right, we got backstabbed by this, in their eyes. I don't know that I would deem that, but by the Norvell situation, well, let's go to one of our guys.
I feel like you're entitled to feel that way.
Well,
I don't know if it's necessarily a backstab, but
yeah.
Slighted by a lateral move.
Well, Ken Wilson, 23 years at Nevada. He was most recently with the Oregon Ducks. He coached the linebackers with Mike Leach at Washington State. He's a Leach guy. We're Leach guys. Check out our newest interview just about a week ago with Mike Leach.
Hey, man.
He's been on the show a long time. We've been up to Pullman when he was at Wazoo. Love Coach Leach. So love that connection. He comes in though, no head coaching experience, but 23 years he spent with the Wolfpack. That's a long time. So I think he will know the ins and the outs of this program.
Would he come in there in 1989?
Yeah.
Straight up to 2012 and just joined again in 2022. 10-year break, but he's
during
back.
that 10-year break with Mike Leach and then Mario Cristobal was the defensive coordinator with with Oregon, not Oakland. Jeez.
Nice experience there.
Well, and when you look at what he did on the coaching side of it, Derek Sage is going to be his offensive coordinator. Derek Sage was most recently the tight ends coach with Chip Kelly at UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be taking over an offense that was 17th in scoring offense. They were running the air raid with Matt Mummy and Timmy Chang as the OC and the quarterback coach there. They were 129th in rush offense, 6th in pass offense, 48th in total offense. So That's a tall order. I would expect them to run a lot better this year than 129th, but I don't think they're going to be sniffing 6th in pass offense. But maybe they did it before with Mike Maxwell and company.
You almost can't even take into account his time as the tight end. I don't even know what STC stands for.
Special teams coordinator.
Special teams coordinator.
Yeah.
Okay, / tight ends coach at UCLA. So that's a big jump to become the offensive coordinator at Nevada from the tight ends coach.
Yeah, and I can tell you this: you're walking into a situation where you got 2 returning starters on offense. 2 running back Toa Taua or Tuahe. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I know. I think his father or his brother or something was with the program. I remember watching some Nevada games last year, and they had that connection there. So he stayed the course, didn't go to Fort Collins, and then right tackle Aaron Frost. The rest is a brand new offense, and I'll get to the transfer portal in a minute here, but just there's not much to talk about on this offense because there's only 2 guys back.
How about that defense side of the ball?
The defense side of the ball, he went out and hired Mike Bertha and Kwame Guyman as co-DC. So you got 2. I know Bertha was once again a Nevada Wolfpack guy.
Yeah.
He graduated from Nevada. Now since then he went to TCU. Well, first he went to Washington State with Mike Leach, then TCU with Gary Patterson, and most recently he was the defensive coordinator of Ottawa University. Shout out Ottawa University.
But that's in Arizona.
Yes.
Talk about confusing.
Yeah.
But he's been there since 2017.
But hey, man, Mike Leach and Gary Patterson ties. Maybe it's not,
4 years as a defensive coordinator. He's ready for the next step.
I'm just saying, learning Gary Patterson defense. I know Leach is an offensive guy, but I'm sure he always has. Like Dave Aranda was with Leach. He's had some great hires over the years. Look at Will Arnett now, and then Kwame Guyman, or how do I pronounce that? Guyman.
Guyman.
Yeah, I don't know. But he was with them at Oregon. So he brought him over from the Ducks. I kind of like the hire defensively. He was also part of Pat Fitzgerald's staff in 2013. So I like the pedigree of defensive players, or I'm sorry, defensive coaches that are coming in. Sign me up for it, man. Sign me up for what's going on here now. Defensively,
so much remains to be seen. Everyone's new.
Yeah,
everyone's new.
Only 4 starters back on the defensive side of the ball. Last year, they were 70th in scoring defense, 102nd in rush defense. So that's got to get a lot better. 56 in pass defense, charting at 87th in overall defense. There's room for a lot of improvement there, but only 4 starters back. We'll get to it. Just one.
Dude, you're just wording this so nicely.
Yeah, just
87th in passing or in total offense last year.
No. Total defense.
Total defense.
Yeah,
4 starters back on defense.
Yes. 2 on offense. So you just have 6 starters back out of a possible 22.
Buddy.
1 of 4 starters back on the defensive line in Dom Peterson. Breaking in an entirely new linebacking core. So circle that. 3 of 5 in the secondary. 3 of 5 in the secondary, decent. Led by strong safety Tyson Williams. And get this, Patty. See, they are breaking in a new punter, but their kicker, Brandon Talton, who's one of the best in America.
Yeah.
He's back. So if it's a close game, this guy can drill like a 60-yarder. Ask Purdue.
That's
right?
huge.
Yeah.
You know, you play a defensive game and then you can rely on that kicker at the end of the game.
Hey,
a lot of games have been won that way.
So what do you make of just 6 starters back on both sides of the ball, Patty C? This team's probably going to step back, but I like the hire. I like going Ken Wilson. He's look. Sometimes you see Eli Drinkowitz or something that's hired after just a year, or a couple years or something. I like seeing the guy get the reward after 23 years in Reno and then going
as
to
the coordinator. Absolutely. He has 100% earned it. There's no doubt about it. More so than probably almost any coach in football. I would like to see though this team be able to. What was it going to take for Nevada to do what Cincinnati did and finally be able to keep a coach around? I feel like
this might be the guy.
Yeah, getting a guy who stays 22 years.
Yeah, like all
super loyal to the program.
That's the difference, though. I feel like with college football, and maybe this is me on, as a guy growing up loving college football. I remember Sonny Lubick at Colorado State, Chris Ault at Nevada.
Yeah,
you had these lifers, but they weren't at like now. I feel like everyone's I'm at this school. I just got to get to a Power 5. No, that wasn't the case growing up. I felt like at least
Ault was there 92 to 96, and then again 2005 to 2012. So a nice stretch, 2 terms for Ault. But if I'm looking at that correctly, it might have been a little longer than that. But either way, it is tough to get a guy that's as committed to that.
Ault played at Nevada from 65 to 68. He coached from 76 all the way to 2012. I mean, he took a couple breaks, but I'm saying he was with that program from 76 to 2012 and no other program.
Yeah.
Even after that, he worked as an AD from 86 to 2004 at Nevada.
Well, he's probably, obviously a huge part of their growth, but in the modern context, obviously a coach that's bringing them up.
He's in the College Football Hall of Fame.
From the lower levels up to the top of the pack, which the Mountain West is almost there, then that's one thing. But getting a guy to stick around when there's Group of 5 money and he's a hair away from Power 5 money, which is astronomically higher, that's a challenge right there.
It is. Let's see what can happen here. We're going to talk transfer portal, which was, transfer portal looked like the Interstate 5 freeway during rush hour, probably, because it was batshit crazy in Reno. But we're going to get to that. We're going to go game by game on the schedule, talk about Las Vegas's expectations, talk about the recruiting scene there in Reno, Nevada. But first, I got to get us paid. I want to tell you that the college football experience, the Nevada Wolfpack style, is brought to you by WinBet. Bet $50 at WinBet and get $200 in free bets. Bet big, win bigger with WinBet. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WinBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WinBet. That's WINNBET to claim your free bets today. We're also brought to you by IP Vanish. IP Vanish is the official VPN of SGPN, and they're offering 70% off if you go to ipvanish.com/SGP. Once again, that's ipvanish.com/SGP. We're also brought to you by SGPN Discord. Yes, make sure to check out our brand new Discord server, the perfect place to interact and sweat out bets with the entire SGPN crew. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. Patty C, we are back and ready for the transfer portal breakdown. It's 2022 college football.
Get ready.
The transfer portal is always batshit crazy. All right. But this whole team, I feel like went to
came from Oregon.
well, yeah. And then Norvell took like his whole team with him to Fort Collins with Matt Mummy and a bunch. So
yeah. AAU is in effect.
It is incoming transfers. Quarterback Shane Illingworth from Oklahoma State. You might remember him because when Spencer Sanders got dinged up, or I even felt like benched at one point, it was Illingworth that came in and played. I think that's a great get. He's penciled in as the starting quarterback, and I do think he is a difference maker with this roster here. What do you make of that get, Petty C?
Illingsworth?
Yeah, it's a good get.
I mean, I don't know. I'd have to look up his stats. How was he?
I mean, he was a backup, but I think Oklahoma State's been successful.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Gundy coaches up his quarterbacks. Obviously, if Nevada can get a guy like that,
well, and mixing him with Toa, coming back, who had 732 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns, and that's in the air raid. So if they focus a little bit more on the run, I do think
a little diverse offense.
Now they got killed when it comes to the receiver route with Romeo Dobbs, Romeo Dobbs, I think, Torrey Horton, and Melquan Stovall. Their top wideouts all gone. They all bounced. Let's
proven commodities.
Yeah,
tough to replace those with dudes you don't know about yet.
Well, they went out to the receiver and got Brian Casteel from Arizona.
Yeah.
Dale Von Campbell from Illinois, Spencer Curtis from Oregon, and Marcel Walker, a JUCO transfer. Those are 4 wideouts that are coming in.
Kind of loaded up on the wide receivers in the transfer portal.
Offensive line too, a big factor. They went out and got Bryce Peterson from San Jose State. Wow. Right in division, right? Offensive tackle Kai Arnson.
These hoes ain't loyal, are they, Colby?
Kai Arnson from Oregon. Offensive tackle Cole Feinauer from Colorado State. So they got one. I know their whole team left for Fort Collins. They're like, you know what? Fuck you. We're taking Cole Feinauer. Yep. Also, offensive lineman Joey Capra from San Diego State.
You know
comes
what that
in.
trade is? That's like a Herschel Walker
for the whole Cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other people coming in: defensive end Louis Cresto from Oregon, running back Cross Patton from Oregon, tight end Cooper Schultz from Oregon, cornerback Darion Green-Warren from Michigan, defensive lineman William Green from Liberty. This is how many players from Oregon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? 5 players from the Ducks, Patty C.
Hey,
I like it.
Hey.
I like what they're doing. Maybe they'll be better than what we think.
You
considering
establish
all that
these relationships, and especially since the departing guy from your new gig takes half the squad. Hey, why don't you take half your old squad?
That's what I'm saying. Aaron Frost on the offensive line. You mix Frost. You mix Frost with some of these transfers.
You know,
maybe you got something going.
I hate to be a wet blanket here, but I hate this. I hate this.
What?
Like just taking your whole team with you. I understand.
Well, that happened to them though.
Sure. No, I get it. I can't blame them. I'm not blaming anyone. It's just like, I wish there was more loyalty to the team and the program than there was to the coach.
Well,
but
it's 2022, buddy. All right.
There are personal relationships that are, more important than some superficial team player relationship. So that's what it is.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they can get something going on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe Jamaal Bell can get into the mix. I don't know. I'm trying to with 6 players returning, it's hard to forecast. But Patty, see how they doing recruiting wise?
Oh, recruiting wise, this team is more or less a non-starter. Actually, within the conference, have had some solid years, so I take that back. Nationally, 82, 92, 122, 88, and 122 again. Within the conference, that's been good for, listen to this, 3, 5, then down to 10, then back up to 5, and then back down to 11.
That kind of makes sense with the turnover.
Yeah.
Right? Up and
down recruiting. The composite though, which obviously normalizes the whole roster, 6, 6, 6, 7 over the last recruiting cycles within the conference. They're in the middle of the pack within this conference. I do think they perform a little better than that, don't they?
Yeah, I would say so too. And I got to get to it. I'm sorry, I skipped over this. I highlight what did they gain. I didn't highlight what they lost. They lost in the transfer portal. Safety Jordan Lee to Washington State. Defensive end Daniel Grezak is in the portal. Defensive end Jack Powers went to East Carolina because Greenville is the greatest place on earth.
Jack Powers also a novel.
You're thinking in 24, Jack Bauer. This is Jack Powers,
okay,
but
close enough.
No, he went to ECU. Linebacker Peter Montini went to Colorado State. Offensive lineman Trevin Heel, went to Colorado State. Wide receiver Melquan Stovall went to Colorado State. Running back Avery Morrow went to Colorado State. Offensive tackle Jacob Gardner went to Colorado State. Athlete Angel King in the portal. Wide receiver Torrey Horton, Colorado State. Quarterback Clay Millen, penciled in to be the starter, Colorado State. Wide receiver Justin Lockhart, San Jose State. Linebacker Lamin Torrey, portal. Star wide receiver Elijah Cooks, San Jose State. So it's bad enough they lost these guys, and I still got to rattle some off. They lost them to Colorado State and San Jose State, who are in the port or in their conference. Defensive lineman Tiavis Tuolate, portal. So would you? You got to say they lost the portal, right?
Yeah,
but they did go out and take like a bunch of Oregon players.
Let me see.
So I feel like it's a wash.
Their national transfer
with Illingworth coming in.
Yeah, well, their national transfer portal ranking was 116. That doesn't seem like a win. And then within the conference, a 9. Yeah, that doesn't even take into account the outgoing transfers. I'd say they took an L in the transfer portal.
I think you're right. But if Illingworth plays really good, then maybe you can make the case.
New coach, it's hard to get a W in the transfer portal. He got his own guys to come down from Oregon, but that's about it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's hop into it, Patty. See if you're watching this on YouTube.
Plus Norvell.
See this great graphic with 5 wins for the Wolfpack. The odds in Vegas are under 5 minus 120, over plus 100. So they really kind of don't. They're set on the flat 5 pretty much.
Yep.
They're leaning to Nevada being 5 and 7. I can tell you this, Patty C. Overhauling the air raid, having 6 returning starters. I instantly want to lean under, and I think my first thought when I see the 5 is I'm gonna say, hey, should we lock this up or what? But what about you?
It's tempting. I mean,
Without even looking at the schedule.
look, I don't know a ton about Ken Wilson. Going from a defensive coordinator at Oregon and then kind of implementing an entirely new offensive system, there's a ton of questions there that there's no way to answer, I think, and then losing so many of your players, I think my lean is the under just based on the uncertainty.
Yeah. And week 0, and I'm actually really excited for this matchup. They head to Las Cruces to take on New Mexico State.
That's a win.
No. Jerry Kill is the head coach at New Mexico State. Watch out,
buddy.
Give me New Mexico State as with a win here.
But this team went 8-5 last year in the Mountain West Conference. You got them taking an L in Las Cruces on week 1.
Yep.
I don't care what the rebuild is or what the transition is. This is just a simply more talented team than New Mexico State.
I got New Mexico State.
Jerry Kill is an okay coach.
Do you have the transfer portal rankings up? Tell me what New Mexico State did in the transfer portal.
How'd they do?
Do you have them up?
I don't.
Oh, okay. They were like one of the best schools in the nation.
Oh, I do. I can pull that up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get that for you.
I think both brand new schemes. I lean to the more experienced coach with Jerry Kill. I think Jerry Kill is a
New
great
Mexico
hire.
State, number 36 overall in the transfer portal, 8 commits, but a pretty high average, 86 average.
Yeah, buddy.
It's higher than you would expect. New Mexico.
Give me the Aggies. Upset special. Upset special, baby.
I'm gonna say no. Give me Nevada. Come on.
I want to see if we have a line on that game yet. Let's.
I like your enthusiasm though.
Nevada's a 12.5 point favorite. Give me New Mexico State plus 12.5. Sprinkle some on the money line. I'm sorry, Wolfpack fans. This could be a game. It's gonna be a game.
13-point money line. This mofo's calling for it. Shade.
On a Nevada podcast, they probably hate me.
The shade is real.
Well, week 2, Patty C, back at McKay Stadium in Reno, Texas State. The Bobcats, big year for Jake Spavital.
Please tell me you're giving them the W here.
I will.
Yes, thank you.
1-1.
Yeah.
And then Incarnate Word, who was an FCS playoff team a year ago.
Kind of tough.
But Cameron Ward is no longer the quarterback of Incarnate Word. He's at Washington State.
Let me tell you,
Word was 10-3.
Incarnate Word with the coolest Cardinals logo.
They almost beat Sam Houston State too. They had him on the ropes. I'm gonna take Nevada to get it done.
I got the Wolfpack 3-0, homie.
I got him 2-1.
All right.
And then they travel to Kinnick.
Here's where the L's start.
This is a tough back-to-back away. You get a body blow from Iowa. And then you have a short
your ribs
week.
broken by Air Force.
Well, on a short week. A short week. So you go at Iowa, at Air Force. Last year's Nevada Air Force game in Reno was a classic.
What is that? Probably 60 runs one week and then 70 runs the next.
Yeah. So I got them 2-4 or what? 2-3 to start the season, right?
I got them 3-2.
Wow. Okay. And then they get a bye week. And then here's the one. Ken Wilson. I love where you guys got this bye week. I don't know. Was this, did the Mountain West set this up? Did you set this up? I don't know.
This is excellent.
But this is must watch TV Friday night, nationally televised.
Hosting the Colorado State Rams.
This is gonna be great.
This is you coming off a bye. This is also Colorado State and Mike Norvell coming off a bye, or not Mike Norvell.
This is great. Jay Norvell.
Jay Norvell coming off a bye.
This is great because the way he left and the way Ault said those things, and they went after Wilson. Wilson is a Nevada Wolfpack guy, so I think anyone that went to Nevada, it feels like this dude fucked him over. This is going to be fantastic.
Rightfully so. Well, what do you got?
I got Colorado State.
I think I got Colorado State too. Ouch. That puts me at 3-3. That puts you at 2-4.
2-4. And then they go to the Ching Complex Center to take on Timmy Chang, who was in Reno last year. And Patty C, this is a winnable game.
This is a winnable game. I don't know who I got winning.
This is a 50-50 game here. Give me the Wolfpack.
Yeah, Nevada was a much better team last year. Let's assume they're going to be able to compete at a similar level at all.
So then they come back to McKay Stadium after a game on the island, and remember, Patty C,
it has been said. We're all familiar with that.
They come back and take on San Diego State. San Diego State coming to Reno. Any chance of the upset? No. So I got them there at 3 and what is that? 3 and what? A 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss, 4 loss, 3 and 5.
Yeah.
Then they're at San Jose State. I think San Jose State's on another level right now. I got them 3 and 6.
Disrespect. What happened last year in that game? Last year they beat San Jose State in Reno 27-24. You think San Jose State,
especially because some of their best players went to San Jose State.
They did have a big exodus. I kind of want to agree with you on that. I think it'll be a good game though.
They get a bye and then they host Boise State.
That's a loss.
And then they host Fresno State.
That's probably a loss.
And then, unfortunately, this game they travel to Las Vegas. Unfortunately, it's not at Sam Boyd. It's at this terrible fucking Allegiant Death Star Dome. But Patty C, they might play this in a shitty place now. But
they beat them 50-21 in Reno last year.
But this is maybe the best trophy in college football. It's just a gigantic cannon.
That is awesome.
I love it. I absolutely love what they do with this cannon. And look, I'm gonna take Nevada. I'm taking UNLV, buddy. But
what?
I think UNLV is gonna get him this year.
You're a knucklehead. I think you're not paying attention to Nevada's recent.
Here's the thing, though. Arroyo could be fired by now. If he's fired by now, I got Nevada. If he's not fired, I got UNLV because UNLV's talent coming in. They went out and I think it's going to take Wilson a year, maybe 2.
I just think Nevada has proven it for a much longer period of time.
But they lost a ton.
UNLV
man.
is just starting to come up, and like right at the end of last season, into the end of last season, they sucked. I'm taking Nevada over UNLV.
Oh, scoring one with the Wolfpack. 3-9 is my season, Patty C. I am on the under.
You're ridiculous.
And I might lock it up. It might be on the lock show in August.
5-7 is a guarantee. I'm not going over or under.
No, you have to.
I know.
You know we do this here, buddy.
Let me review this. I got them 3-0. Right. I feel like they can maybe.
They could beat Colorado State.
They could beat Colorado State or at Hawaii. That gets them to 4
or 5.
They could beat San Jose State. They could beat Fresno, and they should beat UNLV.
Wait, what? They could beat Fresno
at home.
Fresno State.
Yeah, they lost in Fresno last year, 34-32.
Fresno's loaded this year, dude.
I'm just saying. I think it's more likely that they get to 6 than go to 4.
Patty C's on the over. I'm on the under. I love this program and I hope it gets back. I think this is going to be a rough year for you guys, but hey, through darkness comes light. Subscribe to the College Football Experience.
Believe me, I'm not locking this.
Subscribe on YouTube. And look, folks, like I said, check out the College Basketball Experience. We're doing it over there. But look, if you can get over there to iTunes, give us a 5-star review on the College Football Experience. We'd certainly appreciate it. If you do that, take a screenshot and find us on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Show us that screenshot and we'll send you a College Football Experience t-shirt. You can also show me it on my personal account at the Colby D. Patty C is on Twitter at PattyC831. NC Nick is on Twitter at NC_NICK. We are the College Football Experience. We've been doing this for years. So subscribe, tell a friend, as we handicap every single Division I college football and college basketball game, and we talk and we love college football and college basketball. You know, we love what's going on with Nevada in Reno. We love the basketball program. We love the football program.
Let's get a Pac-12 in fight.
Yes, come on. Subscribe. Also check out all of our other platforms, folks. the Sports Gambling Podcast. We just had Pat McAfee on, got Bill Burr on all the time. Check that out. Mike Leach, like we just said, he was on the show. Check out that episode as they continue to break down all the NFL teams over there. What else? Fantasy Football Gambling Podcast. That season, your draft is right around the corner. Check out the Fantasy Football Gambling Podcast. Check out the MLB Gambling Podcast. Always great to head. I don't know, in Reno. I guess what do you head into San Francisco? Check out a game with the Giants.
Got a little
like
Bryce
that.
Harper. Maybe you're a Philadelphia Phillies.
He's Vegas.
Yeah.
This is Reno, buddy.
What is? I mean, it's all Nevada.
No.
It's all Nevada.
I don't know, buddy. Anyway, subscribe, check out all those things. Hop in the Discord channel. It's a lot of good fun. All right, folks, this is the college football experience, Nevada Wolfpack style. You better start thinking about yours, and we out of here.